Hello student, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is limit. Chapter number 5 set and relation and chapter number 6 function are omitted from our syllabus. So we have to study only first, second, third and fourth and then 7, 8, 9 chapters. So let us know about what is limit, meaning definition of limits. So first, what is limit of function? Suppose x be a variable and a be a constant. If x takes values closer to a but not equal to a, then x approaches to a and we write it as x tends to a. Means x takes value a but not equal to a. So here it is small diagram. You can observe that this is over a and this is the value where a is minus 1 upon 9, minus 1 upon 3 which is minus 1. Here plus 1 upon 3, plus 1 upon 9 and here plus 1. You can observe that the value of a is closer to a but not equal to a. You can observe that it is closer to a but not equal to a. Now we study about this sign and this sign. So first we discuss about this. X tends to a minus. We read it as x tends to a minus or x approaches to a, or it is also left hand limit. So meaning of this is, if x is variable and a be a constant, if x take value less than a and approaches to a, you can observe that here x take values less than a and this is approaches to a. Then we say that x tends to a from left and we write it as x tends to a minus. When limit is from left hand side, then we write it as x tends to a minus. Now next, x tends to a plus. So in this meaning, x takes value greater than a and approaches to a, then x tends to from right and we write it as x tends to a plus. Means here x takes value greater than a. You can observe that the value of a is plus 1 by 3, plus 1 by 9, plus 1. Then and it is closer to a or approaches to a, then we say that here x tends to a plus, means it is right hand limit. So this both are definition of limit. This is left hand side limit and this is right hand side limit. Now understanding limit more clearly, there is one example. So take example like that. Let f of x is equal to x plus 5. We take simple example and suppose x is equal to 4.1, 4.2. Then f of x which is equal to x plus 5. So therefore if we take x is equal to 4.1, then here also 4.1 plus 5. Now add this, so we get 9.1. Also x is equal to 4.2, then f of 4.2 which is equal to 4.2 plus 5 and it is also 9.2. So you can observe that as x tends to 4, then f of x tends to 9. When the value of x will change, then f of x also change. Mean x tends to 4, then fx tends to 9. Here remember that it tends to 4 means it is not equal to 4. It tends to 9 means it is not equal to 9. It approaches to 9. Okay. So there is a definition, therefore limit x tends to 4 f of x which is equal to 9. So this is the simple definition of limit. Now we move toward next theorem. So this is our first theorem of this chapter. This is theorem, but it is like question. Prove that limit x tends to a x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a which is equal to n a raised to n minus 1, where n belongs to natural number and a is greater than 0. Okay. So this theorem we can use like formula. If limit x tends to a and here x minus a and the power of this is same, then answer will become power into a raised to power minus 1. Okay. So when we solve example, we discuss it briefly. Now we study about how to prove it. So we know that a raised to n minus b raised to n which is equal to a minus b into a raised to n minus 1 plus a raised to n minus 2b plus a raised to n minus 3b square plus up to so on b raised to n minus 1. So this is for all natural number. Using this we expand this formula. So here therefore limit x tends to a x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a which is equal to. So this limit is same, x tends to a. Here we change only this x raised to n minus a raised to n and we use here this formula. So it is like that x minus a x raised to n minus 1 plus x raised to n minus 2 a plus x raised to n minus 3 a square and the last term a raised to n minus 1. So here we complete, and this is x minus a, x minus a. Now this x minus a is not equal to 0, so we cancel it and we get limit x tends to a x raised to n minus 1 plus x raised to n minus 2 a plus x raised to n minus 3 a square plus a raised to n minus 1. Student, always remember that when this type of limit is occur, then the reducing factor is x minus a. If it is x tends to 3, then reduced factor is x minus 3. If it is x tends to minus 1, then reduced factor is x tends to plus 1. Okay. So remember that. And when we remove this factor, then you can apply the limit. So here if you apply the limit, then the x takes a, that is a raised to n minus 1 plus a raised to n minus 2 into a plus a raised to n minus 3 into a square plus a raised to n minus 1. So it is like that a raised to n minus 1 plus a raised to n minus 1 plus a raised to n minus 1 plus a raised to n minus 1. So it is up to n times because we take here a natural number. So it is n terms, and that's why its addition is n into a raised to n minus 1. So here we prove limit x tends to a x raised to n minus a raised to m upon x minus a, which is equal to n a raised to n minus 1. Hence prove. Observe that it is very simple theorem. Only by using one formula you can solve this all the limit. And here one remember step, that is it is up to n terms because we take n belongs to natural number, and that's why addition of this all terms means n terms is n a raised to n minus 1. Now we move toward next topic, that is algebra of limit. So here if f of x and g of x are any two function such that limit x tends to a f of x is equal to L and limit x tends to a g of x equal to M, then the addition of these two limit means here limit is separate on addition and subtraction. You can observe that, and here put value L and M. Also limit separate on multiplication. Observe. Third, if k is constant, then apply the limit and take k constant outside from limit. Then apply limit, you get your value. Also limit is separate on division. Here division is separate, and by applying limit you get your value. But here m or this g of x is not equal to 0. Now there is note, limit x tends to a on constant term, then we get only constant term, because on constant term limit not applied. Second, if limit x tends to a on x, then you can put here value of x, which is limit. So here a. Limit x tends to a x raised to n. You can observe that here only change the variable x, which is a, not a power. You can observe that here. So by using this algebra of limit, note and this theorem, we start a new exercise, that is exercise 7.1. So evaluate the following limit, and this is our first example. So we take limit by L. So it is L is equal to limit z tends to minus 3 root z plus 6 upon z. So separate the limit by algebra of limits. So here limit z tends to minus 3 under root of z plus 6 and upon limit z tends to minus 3 up z. Now apply the limit. So we get under root of minus 3 plus 6 upon minus 3. Minus 3 plus 6 is 3, so it is under root of 3 upon minus 3. So it is like that, minus 1 upon root 3. So this is our answer. It is simple limit, you can observe. By substituting direct value of limit, you get your answer. Now we move toward next example. Now next example, limit y tends to minus 3 y raised to 5 plus 243 upon y cube plus 27. So we take first, it is L. L for limit. Now you can observe that y tends to minus 3 means it is 243 is related to minus 3, 27 is also related to minus 3. So we know that y raised to 5 plus 243. So first neglect minus, suppose that only 3. So we know that 3 raised to 5 is 243 and 3 cube is 27. Okay. So according to our formula, it is like that limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a. Means there we want minus sign. So here adjust minus sign like that. Limit y tends to minus 3, which is y raised to 5 minus 3 raised to 5. We know that minus 3 raised to 5 is minus will become plus. Here also y cube minus 3 cube. Okay, minus 3 cube is minus and this minus will become plus. Now here we want denominator like that, x minus a. So here we want y minus 3. So divide numerator and denominator by y minus 3 we get, or it is simple like that, minus of minus 3. Okay, because here y minus of minus 3, so y minus of minus 3. Now if we divide numerator and denominator, then we get limit y tends to minus 3, which is y raised to 5 minus 3 raised to 5 upon y minus 3 upon y cube minus of minus 3 cube upon y minus 3. Now separate the limit. So here we get limit y tends to minus 3, y raised to 5 minus 3 raised to 5 upon y minus 3. This divide by, here separate the limits, so it is limit y tends to minus 3, y cube minus 3 cube upon y minus 3. So by using the formula, it is n a raised to n minus 1. So it is 5, a is minus 3 and power of 5 minus 1, and it is 3 minus 3 raised to 3 minus 1. So L is equal to 5 minus 3, 5 minus 1 upon 3 minus 3, 3 minus 1. Right here our theorem. What is that? Limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a, which is equal to n a raised to n minus 1. So it is 5 and it is minus 3 raised to 4. It is 3 minus 3 raised to square. So 5 into minus 3 raised to 4. So it is minus 1 raised to 4 into 3 raised to 4 upon 3 into minus 1 raised to 2 and 3 raised to 2. So 5 into minus 1 raised to 4 is 1 into 4 times 3 upon 3 into minus 1 square is 1 into 3 into 3. So 3 get cancel. So we get answer which is 15. So here value of our limit is 15. It is also very simple example. Here we use only our theorem. So you can observe that we divide numerator and denominator by y minus of 3 because we use here our theorem. And next we separate the limits, then we use here our theorem, and by simple calculation we get our answer. Now next example. So here we take it limit L. Now you can observe that x tends to 5 means it is related to 5, So limit x tends to 5. We know that 5 cube is 125 and 5 raised to 5 is 3125. So divide numerator and denominator by x minus 5. Divide numerator and denominator by x minus 5 we get. So if we divide, then it is like that. Limit x tends to 5, x cube minus 5 cube upon x minus 5 upon x raised to 5 minus 5 raised to 5 upon x minus 5. Then separate the limits. So it is like that. Limit x tends to 5, x cube minus 5 cube upon x minus 5 upon limit x tends to 5, x raised to 5 minus 5 raised to 5 upon x minus 5. Now use here formula. So we know that the formula, or it is over theorem, limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a, which is equal to n a raised to n minus 1. X minus a, power will become same, then power into constant raised to power minus 1. You can observe that x minus 5 power same. Here also x minus 5 power same. So here power 3 and here power 5. So answer is different. Here power 3 constant is 5 raised to 3 minus 1 upon here power is 5, constant is 5 and 5 minus 1. So it is like that. 3 upon 5 into 5 raised to 2 upon 5 raised to 4. So 3 into 5 square is, or it is 5 into 5 upon 5 into 5. So 5 get cancelled. 3 upon 5 125. So our answer is L is equal to 3 upon 125. So this is our answer of limit. Observe that now next example. First take it is L. Now you can observe that 1 minus x raised to 8 and 1 minus x square. So we substitute some other variable instead of 1 minus x. So here put 1 minus x is equal to y. As x tends to 0, y tends to. So here if we put 1 minus x equal to y, and if x will become 0, so it is 1 minus 0 is equal to y, means 1 is equal to y, means what? Y is equal to 1. But here x tends to 0, that's why y is also tends to 1. Means if x tends to 0, then y tends to 1. So write here y tends to 1. Okay. Now the value of limit will become change here. Limit x tends to 0 become limit y tends to 1. And the value of 1 minus x is y raised to 8 minus 1. And it is y square minus 1. Now it is suppose that y tends to 1. Y raised to 8 minus 1 raised to 8 upon y square minus 1 square, because 1 raised to 8 is 1, 1 square is 1. Now divide numerator and denominator by y minus 1 we get. So here we divide limit y tends to 1, y raised to 8 minus 1 raised to 8 upon y minus 1, y square minus 1 square. Now separate the limits. So here upon limit y tends to 1, y square minus 1 square upon y minus 1. Now use here our theorem, that is limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a, which is equal to n a raised to n minus 1. So using this theorem, here power is 8, constant is 1 and it is 8 minus 1. Here power is 2, constant 1, 2 minus 1. So it is 8, 1 raised to 7 upon 2, 1 square. 2 4s are, so it is 4. We know that 1 raised to 7 is 1 and 1 square is 1. So our answer is 4. So this is our answer. Observe that. So today we stop here. Try to solve the remaining examples of exercise 7.1, and in next lecture we start a new exercise which is based on factorization method. Thank you.